What's up guys, this is the Guitar Gent coming at you with a brand new reaction video. If you were on the channel this Monday, and you know, if you're a Band-MAID fan, if you're familiar with our recurrent segment Mad Mondays, you know what's coming. If you don't, just to give you a brief recap, I've just listened to Secret My Lips from Band-MAID, and today, I mean, it's April's Fool's. Of course, not when I'm recording this, but when you're watching this video. It's the 1st of April. And from what you guys told me in the comment section, in many videos, to be honest, Band-MAID kind of did an April's Fool project, I want to say. It's like a traditional Japanese-inspired cover of their own song under the name Band-MAIKO. And the song is called Secret Maiko Lips, which again would be, I guess, the cover of Secret My Lips, done with Japanese instrumentation. I'm extremely curious because, again, when I have reacted to and exposed myself to the Japanese traditional instrumentation, I've been blown away with the Wagaki band. And I'm extremely curious to see to which extent they're going to bring this. Like, if this is still going to be, you know, electric guitars and everything, but also with other elements, or if they're going to take the full-on 100% traditional route, you know, no electric stuff and just traditional instrumentation, which probably would be even more interesting to see, because again, at the end of the day, it's a cover of their own song. Well, let's see, guys. Without further ado, Band-MAIKO, I guess. Secret Maiko Lips. Let's go. Promising start. Okay, so it's definitely a mix of both words. Oh, listen to that. It's so long. I think I'm hearing a shamisen and a koto so far. This is stunning visually. Oh, there is also the... Again, guys, I'm going to call this a flute, I'm sorry. I keep on forgetting the name. The song is very strong, guys. As I said on Monday, it's a very good song. That shamisen is so nice. It's such a wonderful instrument. It's very percussive. Yeah, I love some Bluetooth. It is gorgeous on so many levels. Musically, instrumentally, visually. curious about this part. Oh wow! I was actually expecting it to be the other way around. Oh. Oh, this is getting better and better as the more the song goes on, because it's opening up more and more, and you hear all the elements building up together. They look gorgeous. Those kimonos, I guess those are kimonos. It was extremely interesting, guys. Again, I wasn't sure if I had to expect, the complete, as I said at the beginning, like the 100% traditional instrumentation or a mix of the original as well. It was definitely a mix, and it was still stronger on the let's say normal band-maid side of things as well. So it was a bit less of an experimentation than I was expecting, but I think it's honestly a stronger song than the original one. It's even stronger because it's even more interesting due to all these different instrumentations. Of course, compared to the original, there is that section after the second chorus, the one thing that I called the jazz intermission during my reaction on Monday. Here, I guess now I understand that that's actually a guitar that's playing. I thought that it was only a bass. And here it was pretty clear there was a guitar playing the chords, like the jazzy chords, and the bass that came in later on. And then they transitioned, like in the original song, they transitioned into the heavier part of the song, with those very fast double bass from Akane, that was kind of the most intense part of the song. And here they took the opposite approach and they made that the most traditional side of things, dropping most of the more modern instrumentation, which was fantastic to see. So it adds that extra layer again. Compared to the original, it loses that strong how should I say that? Like, it loses that strong contrast between the very quiet jazz intermission and then the heavier, faster section of the song. But it's still extremely interesting. It's even more interesting. Like, it's less, the contrast is less strong, but it's more interesting because there are more and different instruments playing, which are not very common. So if I had to pick, probably I'd pick this one over the original one, just because of that, and because, as you know, guys, I do love those traditional instruments, the koto, the shamisen. Again, I'm sorry, guys, it's the same as I did in the last reaction for Ignite by the Wakaki band. I keep on forgetting the name of the flute. You keep on telling me, but I keep on forgetting. That's my memory. It's already a miracle that I can remember that's called the shamisen and that's a koto. But those are fantastic instruments, honestly. They have such a distinctive sound. The shamisen specifically, it's very percussive also due to the way that you play it, because I see always that they play it with some very peculiar picks, like finger picks, which are not very common in Western culture, like these very long and seemingly thick picks, and free strings, of course, on the shamisen. It's a very interesting instrument, one that I'd love actually to play one day. I'll see if I can get my hands on one. Who knows? Eventually, I guess that I'll get there. The koto, another instrument that's just fantastic. It has that sound. Again, it has one of those sounds that even in Western civilization, in Western culture, I should say, when you hear that, you think of Japan, due to all the soundtracks, the anime, the movies, and everything. We just associate that with Japan. Just as much as we associate with Japan these kind of apparel, these kind of visuals. It was fantastic, to be honest. Like both their clothes, their makeup, of course. I want to say traditional Japanese makeup, like the very white face. It's just, again, it's something that we do associate here in Europe. I imagine in America as well. We do associate a lot with Japan. Like we see that and we think of Japan immediately. I don't know if these are all things that originated in Japan or maybe they were imported from China. I have no idea, to be honest, and that's one side of my ignorance that I'm trying to fill up, let's say. I don't think that makes a lot of sense in English, but I hope you understand what I mean. Like I'm trying to catch up, let's say, on that side of things, trying to learn more about Asian history and Asian culture as well. But again, I'm digressing a little bit, coming back to the song. Extremely interesting. All the strong points are still there from my previous reaction to Secret My Lips, which are, of course, the fantastic drumming, the phenomenal bass, the guitar, again, always very strong, and the vocal performances. I did pay a bit more attention here to the vocal performances. I don't know if the production is different. There were still those vocal effects on Saiki's voice, but I heard a lot more the backing vocals. I don't know if it's just because I've listened to this again, and it's so I guess it's not necessarily a first reaction to the song, because I heard the original, of course, but I heard a bit more of Miku's background vocals throughout the whole thing, and not just only on that final section that I pointed out in the other one as well. Guys, this was extremely interesting. I know that there is another one that they've done, at least another one. I see here it's in my recommendations for YouTube, from YouTube. So I guess I'd be also curious to check that out. I don't know if it's based again on another one of their songs. If I ever covered something traditional, it would be very interesting to know. Again, it's always interesting to me. Even if you think about baby metal and you think about Megitsune, they also brought in some of those elements, and that's probably the reason why I really love that song so much. Except, it's also catchy as hell. It's like it's printed in my brain forever, I guess. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for recommending me this and for letting me know about this. I'm very happy to have done this. Let's call this an April's first special. I'll see you very soon, of course, when it comes to Band-MAID next Monday. We still have our series, our Mad Mondays, that are going to happen, I guess, until we have seen everything that they've ever released or listened even better to everything. It's just a fantastic band. It's always so refreshing. Like there is always something, as I always say with them, there is always something that it makes you come back to their music. There is always that one element that grabs you in every single song. It's beautiful work. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you did enjoy this double reaction, even if you had to wait a couple of days to watch the second part. Again, in the comment sections, let me know, if you have knowledge about the Japanese culture, even of course if you're from Japan. Many of the viewers on my channel, that's at least what YouTube tells me, are from Japan. So, even if you have some knowledge for me, I do appreciate that. Even if you don't want to write everything, if you can leave me some resources where I can learn more about, traditional culture and history of your country, it's always deeply appreciated. Or even if you're a student of that side of things, not necessarily from Japan yourself, let me know. It's something that I'm really looking into learning more. Yeah, guys, I'm talking a lot now. Thanks again. If you decide to stick around, if you are new to the channel, what I always say is we are on a journey discovering more and more fantastic music every single day. Feel free to hop along and hit the subscribe button if you enjoy the content and my I guess, analysis. I hope to add an extra layer of insights, make them a bit more valuable than just standard reaction videos. Just listen to the song, okay, bye, and that's it, because I don't necessarily see the point of those. But anyway, guys, again, I'm digressing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon with the next one. See you soon, guys. Bye.